Hey friends, welcome back for some more fitness on this Tuesday, August 11th. It is day number 149. Get a little confused after a while, right? Day number 149 of At Home Fitness with Coach A. And today we have an upper body focus, specifically pushing. So, without further ado, here is what we're going to be doing today. Strength is going to be 4 1-minute AMRAPs. Your AMRAP is going to have two movements that are going to combo together, one with an ascending rep scheme, one that stays the same. It's going to be 1-1, so 2 reps, 1-2, shoulder tap, push-up, 1-2-3-4, push-up, 1-2-3-4-5-6, shoulder tap, push-up. All right, so the shoulder taps are going to go up by 1 each side, and every time you finish that shoulder tap round, you're going to do 1 push-up before moving on to the ascending shoulder tap. The goal is to maximize each minute as best you can and try and hold your pace as well as you can. Again, it's a 1-minute AMRAP to work from 1-1 push-up as high as we can with 1 push-up. You're going to have 2 minutes rest in between, so 2-to-1 rest of work, which should give you at least close to the ability to maximize the second, third, fourth round like you do the first. I would even expect to see that second round being a little bit higher than the first for some of us. For the workout, the second piece today, it's going to be a 10-minute AMRAP. You're going to do 10 dumbbell push press with the right side, 10 dumbbell push press with the left side, 20 ball slams, and 30 Russian twists. A couple pieces there that don't necessarily line up with a lot of the equipment you guys have at home, so there's going to be a decent number of modifications. Stick around to the end of the video and I will demonstrate those for you in the garage.
Alright guys, first things first, let's go over the shoulder tap push-up combination for the strength piece here. Not many modifications, if any, really for this, other than some slight adjustments. So just to make sure you guys understand what the rep scheme is here. 2 and 4 refers to every touch, so that's going to be 2 each side as 4, 3 each side as 6, and then 1 each side is 2. So 1, 2, down to the push-up, 1, 2, 3, 4, down to the push-up, 6, push-up, 8, etc., etc. Alright, if we need to modify this somehow, it's probably going to be from the standpoint of doing that push-up from our feet, from our toes, in which case the first thing I would essentially have you adjust here is that you stay with the feet on the shoulder taps, and then you drop the knee for the push-up, click your way back up to the feet for the shoulder taps. If you need to do both on the knees, that's always an option to do both on the knees. Theoretically, you guys could put a pad underneath the abdomen, shorten the range of motion, stay on the feet for everything. I just want you to make sure there's a big enough gap there that you're not going to sag down to that pad and make contact with it as we get further into these AMRAPs. Alright, moving on to the workout. So, keep in mind the single side push press here, programmed with a dumbbell, can also be done pretty much the same way as with a kettlebell. Alright, so we're looking for a dip and drive with the legs and the hips. Notice the butt goes straight to the heels, legs extend, knees kind of flex or snap back, squeeze the butt cheeks, and punch with the arm overhead. Alright, so if you think about it, it's kind of a ground up movement. Starts in the feet, knees, hips, then the shoulder arm travels with the weight overhead. So it's going to be 10 right and 10 left. Ball slams. If we have a slam ball, awesome. I do not. I would just be using a heavier wall ball for the slams and then a lighter one for the twist. So that ball slam is going to go all the way up overhead. We're going to slam it down. We're going to use the core and hips to drive down and back and create the slamming effect on the way down. Okay. Modification, if we don't have any of that, is going to be a slightly different movement, so stick around and check that out. And then, as we talked about before, the Russian twist on the butt, feet up, tapping each side. If you can't tap each side because you put stress on your back, all I'm looking is for you to clear your hip bones. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to count every rotation side to side, so to speak.
Stay tuned for movement modifications.
Alright, I'm going to work backwards a little bit for the modification since basically a bunch of this is going to be on the floor anyway. So if we need to modify that Russian twist, it's probably going to be one of two things. Either we can't twist, or we can't twist with the weight and hold good position, putting too much strain on the back. So we can always twist without the weight. We can always twist with the knees still bent, but the heels on the floor. If you guys can't do the movement in general, then I would strap a band onto a post, stand perpendicular to it, and press. We're going to do what's called a pow-off press, as opposed to a rotational movement. It's kind of an anti-rotational movement, but it's something that'll make that plane work. If we can't do our ball slams here, one of the things you guys can do is a tuck crunch. One of the other things you guys can do is a tuck jump, right? Where you jump straight up in the air, tuck the knees, and try and land nice and soft. I would err on the side of the tuck crunch. Tuck jump more so just from the standpoint of if you're looking for something a little more cardio driven. You've done a ton of core work recently for whatever reason, just trying to give yourself a break, okay? For the push press, as we have gone over before, we can still push press with bands, right? And then obviously we can still push press with a barbell. So with the band, you guys can double foot or single foot, that is up to you. Take it, stack it on the shoulder from there, and drive up through. It's a little easier to position, doesn't drag you across the body so much if I only wrap it under one foot, but it takes a little more tension out of it there, so that might give you guys more of the resistance or weight that you're looking for. With the barbell, obviously we aren't going to single arm press this, okay? We are going to do a regular barbell push press, both arms. Couple options. You guys can, depending on weight, right? So if I were going to find a weight that would be even to 10 and 10, that would be something in the neighborhood of 95 to 115 for the guys and 65 to 75 for the ladies. In which case, I would not do 20 reps, 10 and 10, I would do 15, okay? 15 push press, 20 ball slam, and 30 Russian twist. Mechanic principle is the same for the barbell. Technically, we can double arm press both of the, the band position that we had here if we really want to, in which case maybe in that realm I would go into 20 reps just because that's going to be so much lighter than, even really an empty barbell would be. If we have a ball, we can use the ball. We can do a wall ball instead. Obviously, taking into consideration it wasn't programmed as a wall ball because of all the lower body work you guys did yesterday. But if that's not an issue for you, then by all means, go ahead and hit those wall balls. With the wall balls, if you're going to do them rep-wise, I probably would not go more than 15 unless you're looking to intentionally get the lower body work